Right there guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today is going to start the span of 4 videos back to back to back that are all very similar. Basically the my thoughts on type of videos. For this week and next week, that's all you're going to be getting from me, as I have 4 shows to cover. Because they've all just finished. So I've got Fruits Basket Season 2 to cover, I've got The God of High School to cover, Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, and Rent a Girlfriend. I've got all 4 of those shows to cover. So this week we'll be going through Fruits Basket Season 2 in this video. On Friday we'll be doing The God of High School. Next Tuesday we'll be doing Rent a Girlfriend. And next Friday we'll be doing Uzaki-chan. So yeah, the next 4 videos, including this one, are all my thoughts on type of videos, which will get us halfway through, really just under halfway through October by the time we're done with that. Anyway, enough about what's coming next. Let's get into this video, which is Fruits Basket Season 2. So then, after Season 1 ended in 2019, and a Season 2 was confirmed, we were thinking, oh okay, this is going to be the first brand new original Fruits Basket content we've ever had. Because Season 1 of Fruits Basket 2019 was just a retelling of the events of the 2001 original version of the show. This is the first time we had brand new content given to us. And it has been half a year now since the start of the season. So sorry if I forget a few things. It's been half a year. It's been 6 months since it started, as it's only just finished just over a week ago. The first notable thing I want to draw attention to is Yuki's brother Ayami. I want to bring special attention to him because in Season 1, I did not like him as a character at all. I really did not like him. I thought he was annoying, I thought he was obnoxious and too in your face whenever he's on screen. However, in Season 2 of Fruits Basket, my opinion on Ayami has very well changed, as he's less obnoxious. He's not as annoying. He's still a bit in your face, but this time in a good way, because he shows that he really cares for Yuki. Like, the two of them didn't get on very well in Season 1, but in Season 2 they've bonded a bit more in Season 2. And Yuki now has more respect for Ayami. That's something that was really good to see. We of course were introduced to brand new Zodiac spirits. We had the horse, who is called Rin, who happened to be Hatsuharu's girlfriend until they broke up. We were introduced to the rooster spirit, Kurino, who fell in love with Uotani despite only meeting her twice, even though she kind of did exactly the same thing. It's just neither of them know that the other one does yet. And we finally got to see the first development of romance between Toru and one of the main characters. As in Season 1, we really didn't have any. Considering this is meant to be a romance show, we didn't get much of it, did we, in Season 1? But in Season 2, we had our very own cat spirit and male tsundere, Kyo, fall in love with Toru. But he hasn't confessed it to her just yet. Will he? Well, who knows. We get a few location changes, such as a vacation house that they all go to, which we have Akito seeing Yuki, and, well, as you could guess from season 1, Akito only appears to be threatening to people. This is where Kyo first realised he'd fallen for Toru. We finally get an end to the Kyo and Kagura saga, as he actually fully just straight up rejects her. But not in the way he'd been rejecting her throughout season 1. I mean, literally rejected her properly. And she's okay with that. Shigure, Hattori, and Ayami are their usual selves when the three of them are together. Shigure and Ayami causing trouble, and Hattori being the only civil one. As things develop more, Yuki actually becomes the student council president at his school. Something that had been conflicting with him for quite a while, as he didn't want to be student council president. He didn't want all the attention that he gets. Although the Yuki Soma fan club from season 1 didn't show itself that much in season 2. It laid off a bit on that, and that was a good choice, because it ended up allowing Yuki to open up more just about everything. He didn't have the gaggle of girls chasing him everywhere he goes, and being jealous of Toru, despite Yuki and Toru at no point have started dating, and they probably won't. If anybody is going to start dating Toru in season 3, it's Kyo. And yes, I was trying to hold off on saying that until the end of the video, but I couldn't help it. Fruits Basket is getting a 3rd season. It has been confirmed that it will start in 2021. And it's also been confirmed that it is the very, very last season. Because it's not called Fruits Basket Season 3, it's called Fruits Basket The Final Season. The same way Attack on Titan Season 4, which is not starting in 2021 now, it's starting this year, it's starting in December. We've got Season 4 being called Attack on Titan The Final Season. So originally when Hatsuharu and Rin broke up, Hatsuharu wasn't in the best of places mentally, but Yuki helped him get over it. And Rin is very dismissive over pretty much everything, especially Toru. And Akito doesn't just threaten Yuki. Not just Yuki, even Kyo starts getting threatened, because Akito has kind of connected the dots that maybe, just maybe, he likes Toru, and he uses that against Kyo to basically make Kyo not do anything rash or stupid. Although at the New Year's party, Yuki actually stands up to Akito, and he doesn't like that. So he slaps Yuki. We're also given a much deeper exploration of Yuki's backstory, how his mother basically didn't care about him at all and wanted to throw him into the Soma family estate as fast as she could, blamed him for every bad thing that happened to her, and the fact that Kyo straight up rejected his existence when they were kids. But what we ended up finding about that is Yuki and Toru actually already met as young children. Toru doesn't remember that. But Yuki does, but he never said anything about it, or it was never brought up until near the end of season 2. Then we get on to the big performance, which was the Cinderella play that the school did. For some reason, whenever there's a school festival in an anime and it has a play or some sort of performance, it always ends up being quite good. And instead of this being Cinderella, it was Cinderella-ish. That's literally what they called the play, Cinderella-ish, because do you really think Toru would be able to pretend to be an evil stepsister? Exactly. No. But this time, this play, we had two princes. We had Kyo playing one, of course, perfect role for him, and we had Uetani playing the other. And basically, it was recorded on a camera because Toru wanted Kurino, who I mentioned earlier, had met up with Uetani twice before, and the two of them ended up falling in love, but neither of them know that yet, as after the second time, they haven't seen each other since. But I'm pretty sure they will at the start of season 3. But every time Uetani says something, the way she says it at the camera works perfectly for when it gets turned into a DVD and Toru sneaks into the Soma estate, gives it to Momiji, and Momiji gives it to Kurino. He watches the DVD, sees Uetani, it looks like she's talking to Kyo, but really she's addressing him, despite he's not there. It was a very clever way of doing that. And after seeing it, he originally denies it and says her present was a waste. It didn't mean anything. But in the very last episode of season 2, so just over a week ago now, in the very final episode, something happens. Akito starts going crazy. He starts going insane, as the very first scene of the episode is basically like a string being snapped in half. And we didn't know what that really meant at the start of the episode, but as we went on, we found out that Akito realized that the bond between him and Kurino had been broken, because all Zodiac members have the curse of, if someone of the opposite sex hugs them, they turn into their Zodiac sign. Shigure the dog, Kyo the cat, Yuki the rat, Kurino the rooster, Rin the horse. You get the idea. But because the bond snapped, Kurino no longer was part of the Zodiac family. He no longer had the rooster spirit within him. So if someone of the opposite sex did hug him, he wouldn't turn into a rooster. So the Zodiac members can break their curse, but they don't know how. Because Kurino doesn't know how it happened, and Akito doesn't know how it happened. And then we get the big reveal at the end of the episode that Akito was actually is and always has been a girl. I'm not the only one that thought he was male, but also thought that did seem a little bit off the entire time throughout season 1 and 2. Now it all makes sense, because Akito's not a guy. She is a girl. And that does clear up quite a lot of things. But not only that, the fact that the curse was broken from Kurino and the fact that Yuki stood up to her basically is showing that Akito is losing authority over the Soma family. She's not as powerful against them as she has been throughout the first 2 seasons. Because if the bond and Kurino had the biggest bond with her out of everyone, and it broke. So if the person with the biggest bond with her breaks, anyone's bond can break. And Kurino finally told Toru how he feels about Uotani, and even hugged her to show her that the Zodiac curse had been broken on him. And that basically wrapped up Fruits Basket Season 2. Definitely better than Season 1. It gave us a deeper dive into the backstory of the Soma family, something that was definitely needed after very little backstory in Season 1. Kyo actually opened up about his feelings, even if not to Toru herself, but she was the one that made him finally open up a little bit. The developments between Uotani and Kurino are very interesting for Season 3, and I've changed my opinion completely on Ayami, as he's almost like he's a different character in Season 2 compared to the first one. But that also helps with Yuki being more respectful and respecting Ayami a bit more. But yeah, 2021 Fruits Basket Season 3, the final season, will be here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Did you guys enjoy Fruits Basket Season 2 if you watched it? I did. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on all my social medias, and see you on Friday for my thoughts on the God of High School. But until then, catch you later.